we can start the net. I haven't heard any voices. Yours at the Bozo Net, K6MYC, Central California, beaming the Bay Area. Bay Area Bozo Net, looking for check-ins, K6MYC.
K6NYC, WB6JNN, Willie Baker 6, Japan, Norway.
Yeah, we got you, Jim. And I got the antenna calibrated here. I've had to run it twice. Good strong signal now. W6PQL. I'm sorry, WB6JNN. We'll get you in here. I also heard Jim on here. WB6JNN. That's Jim Eagleson. Number 285. Okay, good evening. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I thought something was wrong there because Jim was on and you couldn't hear him either. So but sometimes that is the case on 220. But anyway, I see that I'm getting through there reasonably well. So WB6JNN.
Yeah, very good. Did you lose any airplanes today, or did somebody find your old one over?
No phone calls. Oh, well. And who knows where it is. It might be in the treetops for all I know.
Okay, very good. Well, that's the way it goes, I guess. Anyway, I take it you did not fly today, huh?
No, I was doing other things today, but did not do any flying today.
Okay, very good. I don't know what's wrong with the radio here. Aaron, if you're listening in the background, you might check the condition of my radio here. Jim sounds a little bit distorted, but maybe it's just his radio. Let me see if I can get the other Jim in here. W6PQL. Any copy yet, Jim? I heard your CW earlier, but I was rotating. K6MYC, over. WB6JNN. Anybody else for the net? I got Jim W6PQL signed in, so if he shows up, we'll have him.
Hey, Mike, 86, that's okay?
Okay, very good. Good evening, Fred. I'm going to give Judy his helping me here with my log, so I'm going to give her your call sign, KD6SOK. And 507 is his number. His name is Fred. Good evening, Fred. Not real strong, but I may have to peek on you a little bit. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Well, Jim was in here as well, and there's nothing wrong with your radio.
Yeah, talk a little bit more. You're fluttering like crazy, and I'm trying to get a peek on you. I need more chatter from you. Over. It's like 30% distortion. It's terrible. But anyway, you sound good there, Mike. So maybe that'll give you a chance to peek on me. Yeah, and I heard Jim's CW in the background. He's calling out 3D. Then I heard Jim. And I thought, oh yeah, that's Jim there. All right. Anyway, back to you, Mike. 86, okay? Okay, I just started to get peaked on you when you said 30% distortion or something. Are you talking about my signal or Jim, JNN, over?
The JNN signal is horribly distorted. I mean, hey, Jim, stand by, because until I get another report from Mike there. Yeah, I know, his audio is awful. In fact, it was bad last time as well. Go ahead there, Mike.
Okay, Fred, thanks for the confirmation. I wasn't sure if it was my radio or Jim's signal. I've never heard him distorted. It sounded like maybe a little RF feedback or something, Jim. Do you want to take a look at some connectors, make sure everything's tight on your RF side, and make another transmission? WB6JNN, I moved the antenna slightly, K6MYC.
Yeah, K6MYC, WB6JNN. Well, it should be better now. I was overdriving it. I had 10 watts into it. It takes about 4, so this should be better. So how does that sound now? WB6JNN.
Yeah, now it's clean, Jim. Sounds good. Now, what do you think, Fred?
Jim, W6PQL, if you're online, can you record his audio and play it back for JNN? It's hideous.
Well, I can, Jim and I will go off frequency at the top of the hour, and we can make some adjustments then, but you know, just log them in for now, and Jim and I will work on the adjustments later on. Conditions are not good yet. They'll get good, but right now they're not. I'm hearing you though, Mike. K6MYC, W6PQL.
Yeah, Roger. Well, you got a good signal here. Everybody's fluttering the same way, though. All three of you guys have the same kind of weird flutter on you, and I'm sure I have it on me. I heard your CW earlier, but I had the rotor controller in the calibrate mode, and it went rotating right on by you. Of course, I had to let it go. I calibrated it twice. The first time I got it calibrated, and I got over to this heading back over here, and then it wouldn't go. It wouldn't move at all. So I screwed around with it. All of a sudden it started to go, but it didn't seem to be picking up any signal. So I went back and calibrated again, and it was already drifted way up to Sacramento or something. So that's as it started to rotate, I heard you sending CW for me. So I thank you for the help, Jim. W6PQL, and we'll maybe catch you later after you come back. I'll look for you on 6, too, and you can tell me whether you work Steve or not. W6 Pampa Queen London, K6MYC.
Yeah, okay, Mike, you held up pretty good, that transmission. I was listening to you on the live stream, and I didn't hear you at all on the radio, so that's the reason I gave you CW, so you could get your antenna oriented or calibrated or whatever, and I'll continue to do that if it's helpful. All righty. We'll catch you in a bit. Jim and I will probably go up 10 kilohertz right now, Jim, if you want to, and we can kind of fiddle with the audio a little bit, see if we can get you squared away. I wasn't pointed at you, so I couldn't give any kind of a signal report, but if we go up 10, I think we can get it worked out, whatever it is. All right, Mike, 73s.
Okay, thank you. And Jim, Judy's in the background copying you fine there, Jim, so got a good signal, very nice, clean audio this evening. And Jim did sound better on his second transmission, but he was overdriving the first time. And it sounded better the second time, but he's still pretty close to the noise, so I couldn't hear all the subtleties. Anyway, I'm sure you guys squared away. Jim, you want to go up 10 with Jim PQ Oliver?
Yes, I'll do that.
All righty. We'll see you maybe a little later on 6. Thanks, Jim. Good evening to you. WB6J and in the group K6MYC still beamed toward the Bay Area. I'll shoot it back over to you, Fred, see if you have any comments for the day, and then we'll see if there's anybody else in here. KD6 Sugar Oscar Kilo and Cupertino, K6MYC.
Oh, no, not too many comments, Mike. I did not make 432 last Thursday because I was at a team dinner. My boss called me and his boss and a few of us others had dinner in downtown Palo Alto Thursday night, so I wasn't able to make 432 last Thursday night. So that's why I wasn't around, if you're wondering.
Yeah, boy, I didn't get much of that, Fred. You're dropped down to me on the, I don't think I moved the antenna, but you dropped down and I couldn't get anything out of that. Let me put the earphones on here just a second and see if I can get better copy. Hang on a second. It'll take me 30 seconds. Once I find the phone jack, I'll be okay. All right, let's see. Okay, another 10 seconds, and I'll be able to have you give me a repeat on that, Fred.
Okay, so you have the headphones on now. Is that any better?
Yeah, it's well, you're weaker, but it was Q5 when I listened in the Bluetooth. Over. Go ahead with another transmission. It looks like I have to peek on you a little bit.
Really bad right now. Your signal dropped way down, so I don't even know if you can hear me anymore. Can you hear me at all? The conditions are really poor on the band right now, like Jim PQL was saying.
Yeah, no, I got you. You're Q5 at the moment, Fred. No problem with the Bluetooth on. I have trouble in this shack because the speaker's way up high. I probably should move the speaker so that it's in a better position for Judy. It'd also be better for me. I usually don't use the speaker, so I put it, when it was just me in here, I put it way up high. And it's too high to hear comfortably. I'll probably try to move it to a different, put a different speaker on here and get it closer to us so it's pointing right at us. And then I can copy better out of the speaker. Anyway, good copy now, Fred. And I think I moved the antenna too. This antenna is losing pulses. So every time I adjust it, it gets more and more out of calibration. We did not have time to fix it today. Frank was back, but we had other things that we had to do that were more pressing. Maybe over the next 2 or 3 days, we'll crank the tower down. We have to crank the tower down, I believe, because I think the problem is in the system between the base of the tower and the top. But we have to do a little bit of troubleshooting, so we're going to be blowing a couple of hours just to sort it out and figure out what the problem is. But every time I turn the damn thing on, I find that it's locked up, and it was over in the full clockwise position again today. And so that really screws me up. It takes a long time to recalibrate. So, and then the calibration only lasts a little bit. As I moved it, it keeps losing pulses. So right now I'm pointed in the 270s for you, and you should be in the 280s. So much for my problems, Fred. I'm sure the guy that flew his helicopter into the hillside in Iran has got more problems than I have. Over.
Yeah, QSL. Yeah, you came up with signal strength. That's great. So, what I was going to tell you was I wasn't here last Thursday night because I had a team dinner with some folks from work, and we had to go out last minute. So that's why I wasn't on 432 last Thursday
you're Q5. It's a little bit of flutter distortion, but your signal's perfectly readable, particularly with the Bluetooth here, Fred.
You came way up that time. You're 20 over 9. That's great. So just weird conditions, but you sound great. Yeah, so I wasn't here last Thursday night on 432 because of my boss and his boss and a couple of others.
So let's go out and have dinner in downtown Palo Alto, so that's where I was.
Yeah, okay. About halfway through each of those transmissions, you went up about 50 hertz in frequency. It's just an instantaneous jump, 50 hertz up after in both of your transmissions, the last two, over.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. It's probably the down east microwave transverter, right?
Oh, could be. I've never heard of one doing that. You might give Q5 Signal a call. They control those now, and they work on them, and they might have a clue for you. Maybe they could send you a new crystal or something, over.
Is it still doing it right now? Is it doing it at this moment?
Well, no, you're back right on the dead nuts frequency right now, but it seems like after you talk about 15 seconds, all of a sudden it makes a jump and you go higher in pitch for me. It's not enough to bother me. I copied you, but it's quite noticeable, over.
Okay, let me see if I do more than 15 seconds here. So I'm talking for 15 seconds. What do you think of the new Chevy truck with a four-cylinder engine in it? That just blows my mind. They put a four-cylinder in a Chevy pickup truck. I'm wondering if that's a good idea or not, especially if you're trying to tow a trailer. Let's see, was that 15 seconds worth, or did the frequency jump? Go ahead.
It didn't jump that time. The signal path faded, but I copied you all the way, and it did not change frequency, over.
Yeah, except for the bad conditions change, it didn't change frequency. That's good. Okay, because that was more than 15 seconds on that last transmission before the one I'm doing right now. Anyway, I'll let you go, Mike. It's good to hear you tonight. And so thanks for checking me in, and we'll see you tomorrow night on 1296.
Well, I got one more question because I got most of your comments, but I didn't know whether it was in context or not. Something about a Chevy truck with a Ford motor or a Ford truck with a Chevy motor. And what was the point of that, over?
No, I was just trying to burn down the clock, 15 seconds. So Chevy has a new pickup truck called the Chevy Colorado, and it has a four-cylinder engine in it. Is that any good at all? Do you know?
It has a four-cylinder engine?
I'm not kidding you. It's a 2.7 liter. This is a pretty big four-cylinder. But, and these guys are testing it out, pulling a trailer over I-70 in Colorado. I'm thinking, is this thing going to make it? So, you can't, it's hard to get a V8 anymore in a pickup truck,
Yeah, I don't know. They've had the Chevy Colorado for a long time. That's been a model that they've had in their line for a long time, Fred, over.
I know, but then turbocharged four-cylinder that takes 300 horsepower. But still, it's a four-cylinder. I don't know if they can have that.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll let her go for now. Maybe we'll see you this Thursday. We'll look forward to working Thursday. You always have a much stronger signal on 432 than you do here, Fred. But you've come up nicely at times, but then it fades back down again. Very good. 7-3. Thanks for the tests and the checks tonight. KD6SOK Cupertino, K6MYC. Looking for any other check-ins in the Bay Area, over.
KW6S.
Give it to me again. You're kind of light. KW6S, is that you, Tom?
KW6S, Charlie Mike 96, Santa Cruz. Yeah, and I just got away from my internet and got here, and once I realized I got this phone, I hear you. KW6S.
Okay, didn't give me quite enough time to peek on you here. I'm having rotor problems. We'll fix it sometime this week, I hope. But I think I have to crank the tower down. There's something wrong with the cable that goes up the tower. And the other cable that runs from the shack to the base of the tower is brand new, so I'm not suspecting that, but it could be that piece of cable also. Anyway, it makes the rotor lose pulses. I'm losing pulses, so I lose calibration very quickly. Anyway, we've got you now. Let me get Judy in the loop here. It's KW6S. And it's 610-610, and that's Tom. Okay. Okay, very good. Tom, any further thoughts on whether you're going to make it down this Saturday for the flea market? KW6S, K6MYC, over.
Yeah, I believe I will. I think I've got a couple of items to sell. I figured I would put those out there and see if I could move a couple things before I had to put it back in storage. And I'll just come down Saturday morning and then back home Saturday afternoon. K6MYC, KW6S.
Yeah, okay, very good. Well, maybe we can get you taken care of. Ken is on frequency, and I think he'll be hosting that along with Larry. Ken, take a transmission and say hello to Tom. WA6OIB 226 K6MYC. Go ahead, Ken.
Yeah, good evening. K6MYC and KW6S and the rest of the gang, WA6OIB. Well, I just got home. just drove in a few minutes ago from Dayton, so ran out here to say I checked in Ralph, by the way. Ralph was on down below, so I got him. So anyway, great time at the hand this, and I got delayed. I was supposed to be in by 1 o'clock, but they had some issues back there, so just got home a little bit ago. Anyway, how you doing over there, Mr. Tom?
WA6OIB, KW6S. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Seems like I have an endless number of antennas to repair for a friend, so I'm still working on those. And was planning to come down Saturday morning and roll in about 8 o'clock and hopefully sell a couple of items and meet some people and hopefully even find something that I didn't know I was looking for.
Well, that's typically the case. Hi. It would be great to see you. It'll be great to see you. You know how to get in there and everything?
Yeah, my Google Maps works pretty good, so I should be able to find it in pretty good shape.
Okay, well, you got the address and everything. It's on the website, so w6po.com. So we'd be glad to see you. Yep. I just, like I said, I just got back from Dayton, so I'm tomorrow, bright and early, we're starting to take stuff over to Larry's to stage it for the big event.
Well, very good. I'm looking forward to it. And the only thing I know I'm looking for right now is Orion 2800 rotors.
Oh, I don't know. Well, we'll have to see. There's a lot of people going to be there, so you never know what's going to be there. So, great. Well, it's good to talk to you too. Nice signal tonight. And let's see. I guess that's all I've got. Well, KW6S, WA6OIB, back to K6MYC. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, well, fine. Ken, why don't you tell us how Dayton went? I haven't heard one peep from anybody about how Dayton went. Was it a good show, and did you have lots of people, and anybody say hello from Ohio or wherever, over?
Well, certainly did, yes. Gordo came by, and he really missed you. He wanted to say hello. I guess you guys talked to here. He said he talked to you during the Aurora. You guys were having some difficulty, conversing and got on CW and finished the con with you, so that way and all that. So he was wanted to say hi to you, and sorry that you weren't there. There's lots of other people too, but Gordo was, of course, the first one that comes to mind. But lots of folks were missing you. But yeah, it was good. It was really good. They broke another record, so 30,200 and something. I don't know. That's a lot of folks. So we did okay. Even I sold a few antennas, so that was good.
Okay, very good. You're drifting down like a rocket ship here, but we copied everything. 30,200. That they haven't gotten anywhere close to that number for many years. So looks like they've recovered from COVID, over.
Yeah, well, they had right at 30, I think, last year, but they beat last year already, so it's a new record.
Okay, wonderful. Well, that's a good show then, so it was worthwhile going. You and Robert, who else was in the booth with you? Was Scott there?
No, just Robert and me, that's it. That's the only folks who were there.
Okay, I thought Matt was going to go, but I guess he's got so many commitments over here, he just can't fit it in anymore.
Yeah, Matt and Wyatt, nobody else went, but just Robert and I, we managed to make it work.
Well, good. Thanks very much for your help with Robert. I'm sure he certainly used your to great advantage. How was the flea market? Did you pick up any goodies?
Well, he picked up a bunch. Yeah, he did real well. I just picked up some things I needed, some connectors and stuff, miscellaneous parts and pieces. I did find one 2-meter bandpass, one of those Canadian bandpass filters that are so good. I found one of those at a really good price, but everything else was just parts and pieces, connectors, you know, this and that I could use around here for repairing other people's stuff.
Yeah, okay, very good. Well, I'm going to go one more call for the Bay Area, see if there's anybody else in the Bay Area, and then we'll move on up and see if Ken is there tonight in 6RO. Bay Area, last call, Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie 222 Bozo Net. Bay Area?
WA6AXX, no traffic.
Oh, okay. Good evening, Ed. Boy, you're weak. Well, maybe you're not. I'm pointed down for KW6S. So if you'll give me a little more chatter, I'll calibrate up on you here and see. I'll use yours as a starting point. My rotor still is off. And it turns out it's not the control box. I think we've got a wire that's broken somewhere in the path, so we're going to have to crank the tower down to find that one. Anyway, I'm off a little bit here. I'm reading you in the 260 bracket somewhere, and I know you're not pointing. I don't point 260 for you normally. WA6AXX, barefoot, maybe that's why you're weaker than normal. K6MYC.
Okay, running a normal amount of power, running the transverter with about supposedly 50 watts out, haven't measured it. And let's see, yeah, as far as that Chevrolet truck with a 4-cylinder engine. So, yeah, I've been trying to figure out how many cylinders are in my Tesla, and I can't come up with an answer on that one. I don't know how it compares, but I don't know if it's 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder, 8-cylinder, but that's my Tesla. Anyway, kidding, of course. And then let's see what else. No, that's about it. Maybe you kind of you're 20 over 9. You're doing great, so you don't really need to point me as long as you can hear me. K6MYC WA6AXX.
Yeah, well, I've got you peaked now. You're much stronger. I was off a little bit. Let's see where it says you are at. Got you. Now I got you clear up at 290. So this thing is just all over the map. I don't know if it's band conditioned or rotor. That was okay. Let me give your call sign again to Judy. She didn't hear it. WA6 Alpha X-ray. And 773, and that's Ed in Upper Los Gatos. Yeah, you sounded good, Ed. I'm pointed at you now, and you're real strong, so no worries whatsoever. And we hope we hear you on 6 in a few minutes here. And yeah, well, you may have, if you've got your back seat loaded and you just came back from the grocery store, you've got a 6-pack in there of 6 cylinders. They may have beer in them.
Well, yeah, so I'm trying to plan my beer for about a week or maybe 2 weeks from now. I'm going to hopefully celebrate the rule of law with a beer, and I was thinking maybe 2 or 3. Because it'll be a while before we can celebrate the rule of law again. So that's about it here. So yeah, 6-cylinder in the back seat. Gotcha. K6MYC WA6AXX.
Okay, I have a question for you. You know, through the whole trial, they haven't defined what it is that they've got him on trial for. It's never been defined. They don't know what the crime is. Over.
Oh, well, whoever is telling you that is blowing smoke. It's fraudulent business records. The intent to, with the intent to commit or hide other crime. The other crime is state election law. So that's pretty clear. It's a smart prosecutor. Knows what he's doing.
It's a farce. The crime has not been defined in the courthouse, in the courtroom.
Well, that's not true. No, I mean, it's in the indictment. And it'll be in the closing arguments. So we'll let justice run its course. That's one of 4 that's actually running its course. So, no, the crime is well defined. It's certainly debatable. The legal system is an adversarial system. We'll take positions on both sides or multiple sides, and then ultimately a jury looks at the facts and judges the credibility of the evidence, and the judge them about the law and how to apply the law, and it'll turn out. So we'll see. Open mind. I do intend to celebrate if rule of law is upheld.
Okay, I think you're going to be very disappointed.
Hey, Ed.
Okay, go ahead, Ken.
Good evening, Ed. How are you tonight? WA60IB wanted to say hi.
Yeah, hi, Ken. Doing well. In the middle of some remodeling here in the house, so it's kind of. But I'm staying on the air, so I've got radios and a transverter, so I can be on the air. Hope you're doing well, Ken. WA60IB, WA6AXX.
Well, thank you, Ed. Yeah, I'm having fun. I am in the process of resurrecting an ACC DVR, so I got my work cut out for me.
Well, you need those 20-year-old dynamic RAMs.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's a full up. It's got all the chips in it and everything. So anyway, I've been working with it, trying to get it going again, and recapping it and stuff like that. So every time I work on it, I think about you.
Well, very good. Well, good luck with it. If you have any questions, ask me. Yeah, good idea to change frequency. Sorry about that. I touched the microphone. Good idea to change the capacitors. Back to Mikey. I think I used QSY. WA6AXX.
Okay, thank you, and good evening to you there. I just thought you'd get a kick out of that. Somebody trying to resurrect one of those things. I love them. So anyway, we're gonna make it work. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, what was it you're resurrecting, Ken? I couldn't follow what it was.
The Fresno Radio Club repeaters, digital voice recorder. It's been down for 2 or 3 years, something like that, maybe more. And I'm trying to resurrect it because we like to use it for our announcements and stuff like that. So I'm trying to resurrect it.
Oh, okay. Okay. For some reason, I heard the word VCR, but I don't think it's a VCR.
No, DVR, Delta Victor Romeo, digital voice recorder.
Yeah, that's what had me confused. The verbiage didn't go along with what I heard. Okay. Very good. Well, good luck with that. And I'm sure the W6TO repeater could use it. And that would be nice for this weekend coming if people check into W6TO for instructions. They say, go to 2824 Phillips Avenue in Clovis and have fun at the flea market.
Yeah, that's kind of what it's for. I don't think I'm ready, though. I got to go up to Meadow on Wednesday, so if I have it done by then, I'll take it up with me.
Okay. All right, let's see if there's anybody else in the Bay Area. K6MYC Bozo Net, last call, Bay Area, over. Okay, pretty quiet. Let's go up and get Ken, N6RO. Here we go. Okay, let's see if we can hear you, Ken. Give me some chatter. N6RO, K6MYC. Yeah, I'm trying to get a peek on you. Boy, you're very, very light tonight. Are you barefoot or where are you pointing? Water weak. Can you hear him, Ken?
I hear him just fine.
Okay, well, it must be just skipping over me because I can't get him at all. Let me get Judy. It's November 6, Radio Oscar. And And he's 835. That's Ken.
There, Ken.
Yeah, hi, Ken. I got to run. I'm late for a Zoom meeting. See you on 6.
You got it now, Mike?
I can't hear him at all. Is he in there?
He's turning back to you.
Can't hear him at all.
Still here.
Yeah, he's still here. He's still out here.
Well, I got to run. See you on 6 meters. Mike and 6RO.
Okay, we'll see you on 6. I got a little bit of that, Ken. Thank you. Boy, is everything normal there? I thought you had power on 222. I'll get the details on 6 meters. I didn't get any of that. You just faded right out again. Complete parts of your transmission is just missing.
Yeah, okay.
All right, see you in a bit. 6RO, K6MYC. Anybody in Clear Lake? Okay, let's try Sacramento. Give me a long call, Darren, KJ6KFB. KJ6KFB, K6MYC. Darren? I don't hear Darren. Do you hear Darren, Ken?
Negative, I didn't hear a thing.
Okay, I didn't either. Let's call Bill. Why don't you call Bill? For me, he's about 328, and I have to peek on him. I've got a rotator box, not the rotator box. It's the antenna that's screwed up. It's not giving me correct number of pulses. Here, go ahead.
Right, you understand, yeah. KO6KD, KO6KD. Hello, Mr. Bill, WA6OIB and K6MYC. Over. There you are, 776. All right, good evening. How are you doing up there? Well, we've been apart for several days. I just got back from the Dayton Ham Fest, so I've been gone since Wednesday morning. So we just got back. She picked me up at the airport a little while ago, and I'm home again. I went to Dayton for the Hamvention, to help Robert with M Squared. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, but I'm glad to be back home too. It's it's pretty intense there sometimes.
Well, I guess so. By the way, before I lose the band, Darren is out here as well. Let's see here. What's 75777? Hell, I can't remember these guys' number. Mike can, and I can't. But KJ6KFB, he's here. He's trying to check in, but I guess you're not hearing him.
You're loud down, Bill. You came up out of the noise from nothing, so maybe I can hear Darren. Go ahead, Darren. KJ6KFB. Go ahead.
Kilo, Juliet 6, Kilo, Foxtrot Bravo. Might be a little off frequency. Give me some audio.
KJ6 Kilo Foxtrot Bravo. KJ6KFB. His number is 756. It's Darren. Okay, we got you, Darren. Pretty good signal for 8 watts. You're doing wonderful. And I guess it's just the band is up and down when Ken's hearing you guys, I'm not, and vice versa. Good to have you in here. KJ6KFB. Yes, you're a little high-pitched. K6MYC, over.
Oh, well, at least you found me, because this thing, when I turned it on, I got to go to a different point to find you. But that's my problem.
Okay, very good. Thanks, Darren. Thanks for checking in here. I don't think we'll see you on 6, but you're welcome, of course. Ken, did you copy him that time?
Oh, yes, I certainly did. He came right up fine.
It's pretty good for 8 watts, isn't it?
Yeah, for getting this far, you betcha. That's not bad at all.
Okay, very good. Bill, back to you, and take a transmission. I finally got you up out of the noise. I couldn't find you at all, and I've got 2 problems. One is I think the rotor's out of calibration, but now I've got you exactly at 328, so go figure. It's the band is giving me weird readings tonight. I'm getting people in all kinds of weird directions, and the next thing I know, it's right. It's dead nuts on you. Over.
Wow, isn't that weird? Yeah, the last couple of transmissions there, you've been an S9, solid S9, very nice. I've been noticing that it's starting to drop back just a little bit. And last transmission, it was starting to drop just a little bit, but anyway, okay, very good. Well, just from this morning when you were listening to me on the Yaesu, this is the 7700. It only puts out just a fraction of a couple of watts, but it's enough to drive the transverter. So this is the 7700 on the hand microphone. So you can get an idea between the 2 audio levels to see our qualities. So I believe the ICOM, even on a hand microphone, is far superior to that POS Yaesu I got. But that's not to say the Yaesus are bad. I'm just saying this one here is not very good. Anyway, but yeah, good copy now. So, all right, don't want to muddy things up. Go ahead and carry on, and we'll hopefully see you on 6 meters. I'll be on the Yaesu here when you come around in a few minutes on 6.
Okay. We'll look for you on 6 in a little while, Bill. Good signal. Okay, on the 7700, running the transverter here. You sound good. And if we, we'll see you on 6, of course, but we'll also see you tomorrow morning on 40 meters. 7.3 on this band at least. KO6KD, K6MYC. Anybody else that's hearing my voice, come now. Okay, nothing heard. I guess we're about ready to go to Nevada, and it's almost 8:15, so we better go to Nevada quickly. Here we go. Okay, Nevada, KN7 Whiskey Tango, K6MYC. KE7UQL. How about you, Daniel?
KE7UQL, over.
Okay, very good. We have you, Daniel. KE7UQL. And 272.
Got it.
Okay, we got you, Daniel. Good signal. It's not roaring in here. Have you heard anything from Larry tonight, over?
Negative. I've just been monitoring your transmissions over on the Bay Area side.
Okay, you're a little bit high in frequency, maybe 30, 40 cycles high. You might come down just a bit. Let's see if Ken's copying you. WA60IB to take it, K6MYC. Go ahead, Ken.
Yeah, K6MYC, KE7UQL. Good evening, Daniel. Good to hear you. WA60IB, and I concur. You're a little bit high, so I've zeroed Mike, so of course I wander around a bit. KE7UQL, WA60IB.
WA6OID, this is KE7UQL. I apologize. It's a UFO. I don't know if I went the right direction over.
I think you did. You sound okay right now.
Okay, let's keep it here, and we'll get some chatter, and say hi to everybody tonight, and I know you want to give us a 6 meters.
Yeah, we're heading for 6 in a little bit here. Yeah, you betcha. Well, 7-3's good night. Well, see, you're going to be on 6? I forget. Yeah, I guess you're on there too. So we'll see you over there. WA60IB.
Thank you, Ken. WA6OIB. KE7UQL. 730.
Okay, 7-3, Daniel. We'll see you on 222. If we miss you there, we'll catch you on 1296 tomorrow. 7-3, Daniel. Thanks very much for your effort to get 222 back on the air there. Hi. 73 is KE7 UQL, and I'm pointed on toward Nevada right now on 6 meters. So we'll transition over there and make some calls on 6 meters in about 1 minute here. Anybody else before we close 222 K6MYC? Hearing nobody, I think we'll go over to 650.140. Here we go.
All right, WA60IB, QSY.
KD7 UQL 7-3.
7-3, Daniel.
Okay, and hi there, Mike. I heard you too. WA60IB. Yep, Mike. I heard Mike. You're Mikey. AAJ.
Hello, guys.
WB6JNT.
Here, 694.
Good evening there, Ben. Good to hear you.
Okay, great. I just got off another net here, so came up here and we're talking already, so that's good. Yeah, you're sounding loud and clear.
Very good. Yep, thank you, sir. Mikey's got you checked in, I'm sure. WA60IB.
KM6SRR.
Hi, Rob. Hey, thank you for letting people know where I was last night and handling the announcements with the net.
Okay, Ken, no problem. WA6OIV, KM6SR. Yep, Aaron suggested I do that. He was out with family at a dinner, so like I said, we were leaderless on the net. Anyway, yeah, it got taken care of there. I think we're going to have a good turnout, so lots of good stuff, too. And I wanted to say hi to Mike there, AAJ, and also to Dane, and then Ben, W6GBS.
Hey, Rob. Hi, Rod. Got you.
Hello to Dane up there.
Thank you all.
What kind of an antenna are you using up there, Dane?
Believe it or not, a modified inverted V.
Oh, okay. So it's sort of horizontal, huh?
Well, yeah, it's that way. I'm using a 991A, and because of that, it's got a built-in auto tuner. So as long as I can get the thing close to resonant, it works. And then I've got a longer wire on both sides of the dipole for the low band. But I just sort of hang out up on 2, 6, and 432.
Well, great. Okay, well, it works. It's working. You probably don't hear everybody, but you hear most everybody.
Yeah, well, back years ago, back in the 60s, I was in the Coast Guard, and I lived on a lighthouse in Lake Erie. And I used a inverted V for 2 meters hanging outside the lighthouse. And I used to work a guy named Bunky, K4 each
TJQ, I think it was, down in Bristol, Tennessee, and I could work him just about 90% of the time, and that was like I think about a 400-mile shot.
That must have been a tall lighthouse.
Actually, no, it was, I think the antenna was basically 40 foot above Lake Erie.
Well, good ground plane helps too. Okay. All right, very good. Good to hear you. Go ahead, Mike. You got everybody written in over there? Hello, Phil. Boy, good to hear you too. WB6GGY, WA6OIB.
You got a beautiful signal as usual, Chris. Sounding great down here.
Very good. Well, it's good to hear you too. All right. Forgot your number.
He's 884.
Yeah, I can hear him. Okay, Mike's got it in then. All right, WA6OIB, I'll stand by for Mike.
So we're going to have lots of stuff this Saturday, huh?
Well, I don't know what you're bringing.
Well, I was going to bring something, but you know what? I thought there's probably going to be too many people, and I didn't want to crowd somebody out, so I figured I'd just look.
No, we need folks with stuff. Bring stuff, because we got folks come from all over the place, so you're not going to step on it. Even if there's 5 of one thing, if it's a good thing, 5 people will buy it.
Okay, well, maybe I'll do that. I was going to sell a pickup load without the pickup at a very reasonable price.
See, there you go. All right, we'll be glad to see that.
Okay, you might talk me into this one.
Well, I'm trying hard because we need everybody we can get in there.
You got a bench that'll hold a 200-pound amplifier?
Who, me?
Well, I'm talking to Ken.
Well, sure. We got tables. You betcha. Heavy duty.
Okay. I was thinking of bringing the Commander.
Oh my goodness, that is a big amp. You betcha. I've got one too, but I don't like to lift it.
Yeah, I hear you.
Hey, Mike, did you finish modifying that?
Well, I haven't done the modification. It works the way it is, but I've got the mods ready for it. I do have a vacuum variable and a quick tuning shaft that just has to be machined to tune it correctly. Yeah, all the parts are there to upgrade it for its pair of 8877s in the final.
Okay. Yeah, I remember when Bill and I came up there a few years back, you showed it to us.
Yeah, okay. Let me run down the list here, make sure everybody's here, and if I'm missing anybody so far. I've got WA6OIB, WA6AAJ, WB6GBS, KM6 Sugar Radio. Who else?
WB6GGY, don't forget Phil.
Oh, Phil, I got Phil, WB6GGY, good evening, Phil. And we also have Dane, WA6JNP. Anybody else?
W6BBS72.
There you are, W6 Bravo Sierra, that's Frank. W6BBS, number 72. Good evening, Frank.
KE7UQL checked in with me.
Okay, KE7UQL. Who did he check into? You, Ken?
Right, yeah, he just checked in. He was the first one I talked to there.
I'm turned up that way, but there's so much chatter, and I was talking to Judy in the background. I might have missed it. Okay, we'll get... Yeah, are you done, Judy? You got everybody?
No, what's Frank's number?
272.
72, just 72.
Yeah, that 2 was accidental.
What's his number?
72.
Somebody talks on this frequency. Oh, you're 6PL in warning.
Yeah, we hear you, Richard. We hear you. Let's see, KD6, Bravo Queen, 249, Richard. I hear you, Richard. Good signal. You can come phone if you want. I got terrible power line noise, and you dropped way down. Your CW signal was very strong. Your voice is not strong, so it's not readable at the moment, Richard. It's not your fault. I've got terrible solar noise here. Over. Thank you. Let's see, is Larry in here? N7 Whiskey Tango. Larry, are you here? I do not hear Larry. We do have, let me give you the other one, KE7 UQL again. 272. Daniel.
I heard Larry's voice.
Oh, you did? Holy cow.
I'm pretty sure I did. N7WT, was that you, Larry? WE60IB?
No.
It wasn't Larry then, somebody else.
Yeah.
But it sounded like Larry. WE60IB. Who else is trying to check in?
56 Papa Delta Lima.
Who's the Delta Lima? Slowly, please.
56 Papa Delta Lima in Owanee.
2 or 3 people talking at once. W6 Papa Delta Lima, is that right?
Roger, up in Owanee. I happened to be tuning by, and I said, nobody ever talks on 6 meters. I'm surprised.
Okay, you're talking so fast I can't copy. I've got terrible noise here, so it's not your fault, but slow down a little bit. Do you have a Bozo number?
I do not. I accidentally stumbled across you guys. I never hear any action on 6 meters, over.
Oh, well, you'll hear action here every Monday night at this time, starting about 8:15. We finish a 220 week signal net on 220 megahertz, and then we come over here on 50.140. We've been doing this net on this frequency for about 3 or 4 years, so well, you're welcome, and we would be happy to have you as a Bozo member. This is the Bozo Net. You can look up the whole parameter and everything about the Bozo VHF group of net frequencies. If you want to look it up, it's bozonets.com, and it tells you the times and the frequencies when we're on and calling the net. I'm net control currently for all of the nets. I have lots of helpers, and you can check in with anybody. I'm Bozo number 47. I think we have, we're up to about 1,150, almost 1,150 members. So you would get a number in the 1,100 bracket if I'm not mistaken. So if you'd like it, we can give you a Bozo number now. Over.
I'd love that. I'll come back again. I've been a ham for ever since 1965, and probably had 3 contests on 6 meters in all these years. Over.
Tell him about the stream.
Yeah, we also have live streaming, so you can hear your own voice coming through my station here. Sometimes it's better than it is tonight. You're pretty much peppered with solar panel noise that I've got from a neighbor here. Normally it's not this bad, but when I'm pointed north, it gets to me. Anyway, we need your name, and we need your location, and I think I got the call right. Can you read that back to me?
6PBL.
Papa Delta Lima. Is it Papa Delta Lima?
Papa Delta Lima, you got it.
Okay. Papa Delta Lima, and what was the handle? My name is Mike item Kilo Echo. My call is Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, K6 MYC. I'm in the Fresno area, north of Fresno in the foothills. I'm running about 1,500 watts to a 9-element Yagi, and I'm pointed due north at the moment. If you'll tell me where you are, we can point at you, and I can probably get a little more signal. Right now, I'm pointed right toward Nevada. Over.
Okay, Mike, I'm in Owanee. I'm actually up in Owanee, and I'm right over the Fresno River, looking down the river, and that's why my name is Dale, Delta Alpha Lima Echo. At the moment, I'm running 100 watts into a 160-meter doublet. Over.
Okay. Give me the name again slowly, please.
Dale, Delta Alpha Lima Echo.
Okay, Dale, very good. And Rob is going to join us here. Rob is in Coarse Gold or O'Neill's, depending on what day he feels like where he is. And Rob is in charge of the numbers. So, Rob, do you want to give Dale a number?
Roger. The next one would be 1135. That's for Dale, W6, Papa Delta Lima, KM6SR, standing by.
Okay, please relay. I couldn't quite get that.
It's 1135. 1135. 1135.
He's in Owani, so you may have to point north.
1135. 1135, Roger.
QSL.
Very good, thank you.
Okay, nice to have you in here, Dale. And there's quite a group, and we usually get about 30 to 35 check-ins here on 6 meters, all up and down the state, usually down as far as, well, today we didn't get anybody out of Bakersfield, but sometimes we do, and then all the way up to Redding sometimes, and over into Nevada, Carson City, Gardnerville, that area. We've already had those guys in here. I'm pointed at them now. And when you get a little bit bigger antenna, you'll be able to hear some more of the stations. Most everybody, of course, on 6 meters is horizontally polarized, and most everybody on the net has directional antennas of one size or another. I'm running 9-element M squared on a 49-foot boom, and it's 100 feet and about 1,500 watts into it. So that's my setup here. So okay on your 100 watts into the delta loop there. Nice to meet you. And you heard Rob. Rob's call is Kilowatt Mike 6 Sugar Radio, KM6SRR, and he's south of you there, just down 41 a little ways from Owani. And we've got quite a few other people. There's another station in here, WB6JNP. Is Dane, D-A-N-E, almost the same name as you, but one letter different. Dane is in Coarse Gold. We have Frank, also in Coarse Gold, W6 Bravo Sierra. Frank, are you copying Dale up there? Now Frank's in and out, probably getting tail end of dinner there.
Sorry, I couldn't get my foot to the switch in time. No, I copy him just fine, Mike. I copy him better than you do. Good evening, Dale. This is Frank, Whiskey 6 Bravo Sierra. And I'm in Coarse Gold. I'm just right up the hill from the casino. In fact, I live on a ridge, and I can see the lights of the top of the casino below me. Over.
Oh, very good, Frank. Yes, I know exactly where you are. You're not that far away, and I can certainly appreciate the locale. Over.
Roger. Yeah, you got a good signal down here. So, yeah, just in case you didn't catch on, if you look up www.bozonets.com, that's a page with all of our net listings for all the bands, the times, and everything. There's also a link on that page, a YouTube link to the stream, and you click on that, and then it'll bring up a page, and just click on the live stream, and you'll see the net, and you'll see Mike, or you'll hear the net, you'll see Mike's radio, and you'll see your own S-meter readings and all that kind of stuff. And it's also great if there's an interesting conversation going on and you cannot hear the other side of it, but net control's obviously hearing it, then you can listen to the other side of it through the stream. Over.
Oh, it sounds like a good deal. Yeah, I didn't know you people existed. This is a novelty for me. And Mike, by the way, I've talked to you several times down on 40 meters. I know you're down there. So we've actually worked before, but never on 6 meters.
Okay. Very good, Dale. Well, nice to have you here on 6. And yeah, we're on 40 almost every morning, around 8 o'clock on 7137. And Frank is in there some mornings when he's not on his way down here to work with me. And we have others, KO6KD, who's in Roseville. He'll be in here checking in just a moment. And he comes in the morning, and so is Phil, WB6GGY, and he's on frequency. So that's the group we usually have in there in the morning on 40 meters, 7137. Not an official net. We just get together and talk about politics and whatever. Over.
I probably heard you chiming in. I'm not an early riser, but what are your operating hours in the morning?
You're talking too fast for the noise condition that I have. Say again.
You say, I don't normally get up very early. What hours do you operate in the morning? Over.
We usually start about 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, over.
So early, but once in a while I'm up at that time. We'll give it a try.
Okay. Well, we just generally get up that way because if you get too late, you blow the whole day. A lot of us have other things to do, so we try to get up and say hello and try to find which end of the chair to sit on and and that sort of stuff. Have a cup of coffee, and then we get on with our day, over.
Yes, it's very important that you sit on the correct end of the chair, over.
Yes, it is. It's nice not to sit on your head, isn't it?
That is true, yeah. I'm groggy for about an hour, and after about an hour and I've had my coffee, I'm okay.
Yeah, well, you're like me. I'm a night person, so I just get going about 9:30 in the evening here. All right, Dale, nice to meet you, and thanks for calling in. Let me see. I want to see if there's anybody else due north that's copying. Then we'll move into Sacramento. K6MYC, Bozo Net. All quiet. Maybe I can get the antenna away from this noise and I'll hear better readability here. I'm coming down towards Sacramento. What does that say? 327. Okay, that's about perfect for Bill. K06KD, right at you, Bill. K6MYC. I'm crushed with noise, Frank. Can you hear Bill?
Yeah, I was just now getting peeked on him and he stopped. Barely hear him. KO6KD, how copy W6BDS?
KO6KD.
Yeah, he's trying to ask you. KO6KD, can you copy W6BDS? Now he's whistling into his mic. He's not hearing us, Mike.
Well, I'm not hearing him either, so there's something wrong with his station, over.
Yeah, I hear him, but he's really weak.
Yeah, he must have the antenna in the wrong direction, or he's not using the amp or something.
He was whistling like he was using the amp. KO6KD, KO6KD, how copy Whiskey 6 Bravo Bravo Sierra?
You're doubling with him, Frank. I hear him, but then he stops once in a while. He just cleared. KO6KD, KM6SR in the group, over. Yeah, just barely, Bill, just barely. So we got you checked in there, over. Roger on that 100-watt radio, not the 200 like you normally have. And we'll say 73 also. Thanks, Bill. KM6 SRR.
Ask him if KJ6KFB is there, Daryl. Darren, I mean.
Okay, Bill, you say both Darren and John are supposed to be there. QSL. KO6KD, you said John and Darren are supposed to be on also? There you go, came up a little bit. Okay, yep, Roger. Thanks, Bill. KM6SR clear, back to net.
Okay, you're going to have to listen for John, KR6MR. I'm going to call John now. KR6MR, move the antenna a little bit for John. KR6MR, KR6MR, what does that say? What does this say right here?
336.
Okay, KR6MR. Let's see if we can copy it with this heading in this way, in this direction, John. KR6MR, K6MYC, over.
No, I don't, but I heard Bill tell him that you're calling him.
KR6MR, W6BBS, I heard you. The KR6MR, W6BBS, I can hear you. This is Frank. Frank, Whiskey 6 Bravo, Bravo Sierra, over.
He's not answering you, Frank. I think he said he heard Mike real strong. Was that you, John? KR6MR, this is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo Romeo, over. He's got his solar guy giving him headaches with the noise, so he's not receiving so good. But KR6MR heard you real well there, Mike, over.
Okay, let's, thank you, John, if you're copying me. I've got S6 noise here, so you're buried in it. I can tell you're in there, but I wouldn't even recognize your voice. That's how bad my copy is right now. Now, I'm going to call over and call Darren. Darren is KJ6KFB, and I'm going to go, I have to move the antenna for Darren. So let me do that. He's just about 322, 323 here, so I'm moving the antenna for Darren. Okay, somewhere around in here. Somewhere around in there for you, Darren, KJ6KFB. Come on back, and we've got a lot of people listening for you, Darren. KJ6KFB, West Sacramento, K6MYC. Over, Darren. Anybody hear him?
No, I'm not hearing him. Do go a little further north for Darren, over.
Ask Bill if he's in there.
Hey, Bill, KO6KD, are you hearing Darren in there? KJ6KFB, KM6SR in the group, over. KJ6KFB, this is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo Romeo, and the group there. Standing by.
Frank, are you hearing him?
Not now.
Did you hear him at all? If you heard Darren at all, let me know so I can check him in, over. I can't even copy Frank, so you got to talk to me, Rob.
Okay, yeah, Frank said he didn't hear him at all. Let me try again here. KO6KD Bill or KR6MR John. Has either one of you guys heard Darren in there tonight? Over, over. KO6KD or KR6MR, KM6SR, over.
That's okay. We can let it go, Rob.
Yeah, I'm not hearing anybody now. Either the band's gone down or they've gone away, over.
Yeah, I've never seen such terrible conditions. I normally can hear them in there. I can't even tell they're in there tonight. It's just awful. All right, let's Let's see if there's anybody else in Sacramento, and we should be able to hear N6RO. He'll have the big station on there. Anybody else in Sacramento or points beyond or in between? Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie Bozo Net. Over, over. Can you repeat that one, Rob?
There was 2 in there. I think I heard Ken, N6RO, but there was a whiskey off of 6, and I didn't get the rest of it. Come again, please? Okay, that's John, KR6MR. Yeah, I'm hearing you good now, John. Over. Roger, John. We were wondering if Darren was in there tonight. Are you hearing him? KJ6KFB, over.
No, I have not heard Darren. I talked to him on FM earlier.
Okay, Roger, you talked to him on FM earlier. All right, let's see. There was also a WA6 in there. Could you please come again? Over.
Okay, Rob, yeah. Whiskey Alpha 6, Hotel November Alpha, Hotel November Alpha, 1013,
Okay, we got you. WA6, HNA. This is 1013. KM6SR. Do you have that, Mike? Over.
Well, I got him, but I can't copy Greg. Let me turn up a little more his way. And let's see. I think we want to get Greg together with Bill. I think it's, who does we need to get him together with? Oh, yeah, we need to get a Bill, KO6KD, and WA6HNA together, because Bill's got some questions about the 7610, and Greg is very familiar with it. So see if you can get Greg to turn toward Roseville and call Bill, and then they can go up 10 kilohertz. Over.
Roger. Did you copy that, Greg? WA6HNA? Whoops, I doubled with you, Greg. Go ahead again.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I heard Mike's message. My news level's lower, so I can hear Mike, but not vice versa. You want me to turn up to Roseville now?
Yeah, do you want him to go up to Roseville now, Mike? Over.
Well, he's got to connect with Bill. If we can stand by on the net if he wants to turn toward Bill. And you might tell Bill that HNA is in Groveland, and he should point toward Groveland to see if he can hear WA6HNA. I gave Bill all the information on Greg this morning, so he should know who he is and what it's for. Over.
Okay, Mike. Yeah, Greg, we'll stand by for you to turn up towards Roseville and talk to Bill. If you guys want to go up 10 or down 10 or something, that'd be great. And Mike wanted me to let Bill know, KO6KD, that Greg, you'll be pointing up his way. And Bill, Greg is down in Groveland, so you might turn your antenna that way. Over. Roger, Greg. Thank you. Bill, did you copy that, KO6KD?
You doubled with him, Rob.
KO6KD, KM6SR. Okay, Roger, Bill. Yeah, you're pointing down to Groveland. That's perfect. Thank you. Okay, Mike.
Very good. If he asked what direction to point to Groveland, what direction should Bill point at Groveland?
Oh, Twain Hart, Groveland, Pine Grove, any of that area up there. He'll find it. Just point up into the South Sierras.
Hey, Greg, do you want Bill to go to 150 now? Over.
connected?
It's one way. He can't hear Bill. Somebody tell Bill to point towards Twainhart in that area.
Hey, Bill, I think Greg is towards Twainhart. Is that the direction you're pointing there? KM6SR, over. Yeah, if you point towards Twainhart, that's where Greg is sort of in that direction there, over. Roger. I didn't know if you guys wanted to have a little bit of a longer conversation and give each other a chance to peek on you, over. You guys doubled. Go ahead, Greg.
Yeah, I've got a high noise level of playing north apparently. So there's a transformer in the neighborhood that's gone crazy. So I couldn't hear Bill at all. I can check in on the net tomorrow morning and try to give him a call then if that works out.
Okay, Bill, Greg said he'll try to check in on the net tomorrow morning and give you a call then. Copy? Okay, thanks, Bill. Yeah, Greg, Bill said, roger, roger. He'll talk to you on the net tomorrow morning. KM6SR, back to net.
Thank you, Rob. WA6HNA.
Okay, good evening, Greg. Good to hear you. Starting to get to be Q5 here at times. I've got terrible solar noise tonight, Greg. Sorry I'm not copying better. Thanks, Rob, for all the help there. And Frank, too. WA6HNA, Groveland, and the group, K6MYC 73.
All right, 73, Mike, WA6HNA.
Rob, we need an HNA's number.
He's 1013, over.
Say it again.
1013.
Okay, 1013. Judy heard it and I didn't. Okay, very good. Thank you. All right, we can move on. Let's go get Ken, N6RO. Let's go down to Oakley. Okay, Oakley, N6RO. You got that big beast running there? K6MYC. Go ahead, Ken. Hear Ken either.
Yeah, I don't either. Ken, N6RO, you on tonight for the 6-meter Bozo Net? Over.
Well, he was on 220.
Sometimes his guys don't release it till 9 o'clock, remember?
What did you say about 9 o'clock?
I was saying that sometimes Ken says his guys, his operators, do not release the 6-meter antenna so he can use it until 9 o'clock there. KM6SR, over.
Oh, okay. Okay, very good. He's doing something else then. Very good. Catch him in a few minutes. Let's move on down into the Bay Area.
Aaron's checking in.
Go ahead, Frank. We missed some of that.
I said Aaron is checking in. Aaron, anyways. I'm sorry. I got call signs all through there.
Yeah, Aaron, K6USY. Go ahead.
Yeah, if you guys can hear me being pretty noisy tonight, I can barely hear myself coming through my rig right now. K6USY, 79, Bozo 1100.
Did you guys copy Aaron?
Yeah, I copied him very lightly, but I got him in there. Also 1100, over.
Roger.
Roger, we'll put 1100 down. Thank you.
Okay, who's the other? There was somebody with an India, ending in India or something. Who was the other check-in? Kilo Oscar 6, Delta something India. You got that, Mike?
I think he said KO6HI. Over.
Yeah, I got Aaron and Brittany all okay. Now let's see. I'm looking at the Bay Area. Not sure I'm not going to be able to copy anybody in the Bay Area. My God, this noise is just terrible tonight, and the propagation is terrible. Who is in the Bay Area that wants to check in here? Kilowatt 6 Mike, Yankee Charlie, over.
November 5, November 5.
Say it again. Give it to me phonetically a couple of times, please. I got bad noise.
November 5, November 5, Delta. November 5, November 5, Delta. And Newman.
That's Brett, Mike. November 5, November Papa Delta. Brett and Newman, KM6SR, over.
Also, PQL is in there.
Quiet, I'll check in WA6AX, WA6AXX, no traffic.
Had a lost Mike there, but inside MPD doesn't even drop yet. I'm in the backyard with a battery and Fleet 91 and there's 2 elements on the fan. Over.
Yeah, Brett, we've got a copy on you, and we got you checked in there. We're having trouble with a lot of noise tonight, so we're kind of 3 or 4 people are checking everybody in there. Good to hear you there. N5 NPD, KM6SR, over.
Yeah, there's a lot of noise there. I can hear you, boys. That's about it. Very good. Thanks for taking me in. 1129 number. N5 NPD. Very good.
Thanks, Brett. Number 1129. We got you. Frank said they heard Jim in their W6PQL, Mike.
Yeah.
I heard Ed, WA6AXX, over.
Yeah, we'll get them, but I need Brett's number. I think it's 1134.
1129.
1149 for Brett, okay.
29.
Oh, 1129, okay, got it.
Roger, 29.
Delta Hotel India checking in, Rob.
Okay, what was their call sign again?
Kilo Oscar 6, Delta Hotel India.
Okay, do you have Bozo number?
Excuse me, Kilo Oscar 6, Delta Hotel India, can you copy Whiskey 6 Bravo Bravo Sierra? We need your Bozo number, over. Not hearing me, Rob, but I heard him. He checked in a couple of times.
Okay, good. I looked him up. That's Merle in Modesto, and his number is 1134. 1134. Over.
Need his call sign.
Kilo Oscar 6, Delta Hotel India. Over. Thanks, Frank. I didn't hear him.
You're welcome.
Guys got big noise tonight, over.
What's going on? I'm just listening, hearing nothing. K6MYC.
WA6LIE.
Oh, okay. WA6 London India Echo. Good evening, Scott. WA6LIE 618. We got you. Go ahead.
Yeah, very good evening, Mike. Sounding good. David Laird, scenery with the back and finally came down this way. Anyhow, sounding great. I'm listening on YouTube, and seems like the antenna's a little bit better this way, but not much. Anyhow, you got a lot of noise. It's very quiet here, Mike. Over.
Yeah, well, I've got less noise pointed at you, as you can tell. I just moved the antenna, and if you're listening to the stream, you're quite Q5. You're the first station for the last half hour that I could copy Q5. I can barely hear Frank, and I can copy Rob, of course, but he's only 7 miles from me. Over.
Okay, very good. Well, I'm out here on the coast. What more can I say? All right, Mike, I'll let you get back to here. You have a great evening, and good luck. Hopefully you hear a few more in there. WA6LIE.
Yeah, thanks very much for calling in. It's nice to hear a voice coming out of the speaker that I can recognize. We got you checked in. See you later. We'll see you on Wednesday, Scott. WA6LIE Monterey, K6MYC clear and standing by for KW6 Sugar. How about you, Tom?
K6MYC, KW6S. Yeah, I'm hearing you here in pretty good shape.
Yeah, good signal. You're not quite as strong as Scott, believe it or not. It's KW6S. 610. Tom. Okay, very good, Tom. Good to hear you. As you were much better copy on 222. I didn't have the noise problem. Holy cow, it's terrible tonight. And the band is weak as well. The signals are way down. Nobody's hardly even moving the S-meter here. It's almost like I don't have an antenna, but I'm hearing the noise like a ton of bricks. KW6 Sugar in Santa Cruz, K6MYC, over.
Yeah, I've noticed all the signals are way down, but I don't have the noise problem, so I'm lucky for that. But then I haven't had much fun on 6 meters here lately anyway. But like everyone else on 6 meters, you can't give up and you have to keep being there. Anyway, I'll let you continue on looking for other holes for the noise. K6MYC, KW6S.
Okay, very good. I got the noise blanker on and the noise reduction on, and you're just about Q4 with all that. Can you believe that?
Oh, boy, too bad. You're coming in here in really good shape, but then I don't have the noise.
Yeah, well, you're about S5, S6 here, so you're right at the point where the noise is starting to diminish here. Very good, Rob. Tom. Let's see if the other guys are copying you. Frank, are you hearing Tom?
Oh, yeah, no problem at all. Good evening, Tom. KW6S, W6BBS, Q5 copy, over.
W6BBS, KW6S, yeah. Again, down, the signal's down quite a bit, but since I don't have the noise, you're good and in the clear. I just have to turn the volume up a little bit more.
Yeah, roger. Well, you're coming in here S7, S8, pretty steady. So, good evening to you, Tom. Thanks for being in there. KW6S, W6BBS.
How you doing, Tom? KW6S, KM6SR.
It's W6S. Back to you, Mike.
Good evening, Tom. KW6S, KM6SRR.
KM6SRR, KW6S.
Yeah, I'm getting you about an S3 or S4, but you're perfectly readable there, over.
Yeah, you're just about the same as Frank here. Again, I have to turn up the audio a little bit more, but with no noise, everything sounds really good.
Roger on that. Thanks for being there. Okay, Mike.
Okay, well, I guess you guys could try, since you're hearing and you're being heard in the Bay Area, why don't you both call for the Bay Area to see if there's anybody else. We should have WB6JNN, perhaps we should have a few others. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie should be in there, and 6 oh, for heaven's sakes, KB6BA should be in there. There's 2 or 3 others. WB6WNI should be in. So maybe you'll hear those guys. Give it a try. K6MYC calling the Bozo Net in the Bay Area. Please call now, guys. Over.
WA6AX, that's no traffic, but you're doing fine here, Mikey.
Yeah, we've got you logged in, Ed, and maybe you can help and see if you can hear anybody at some of the smaller stations here we may not hear over on this side. I've got terrible noise, but if you could make a call and see if there's anybody else that wants to check in before we shut the net down, Ed, I'd appreciate it. Over.
Sure. Yeah, I'm omnidirectional here on 6, so anybody want to check in to the Bozo Net on 6 meters here? Let's see, Mikey has a real high noise level. We may not be able to hear you, but maybe I can. So anybody want to check in? WA6AX listening for a few seconds. Got it. Okay, didn't hear anybody except Jim. So Jim says the QIW is not in there tonight. QIW is negative. And that's all I heard, Mikey. A6MYC, WS6AX.
Okay, tell me again about QIW. Did Jim work him on 222?
Negative. It would only be 222, right? It wouldn't be 6 meters. Jim said negative on QIW, so presumably that's 220.
Okay, very good. Negative on QIW. Very good. Thanks to Jim. Thank you for the help. Anybody else over there before we close her down for the night? K6MYC Bozo Net standing by.
Anybody else want to check in? N6RO is in there. N6RO.
Okay, let's put Ken in there.
Hey, good evening, Ken. N6RO, W6CBS. Mike's got high noise level. He's not hearing hardly anybody tonight, but we've got you checked in, and I thought I'd say good evening, Ken. Over. Very good, Ken. Thanks for being in there. And just to relay, guys, Ken said nothing of any significance to report, and he'll see us on 1296. Over.
Sounds good. 73's Ken. I'm just barely hearing you. I don't know what's wrong with propagation. You're 40 dB below normal here. Are you running any power? What antenna are you on? You might switch around and see if you can find me on a better antenna, because you're not readable the way you are. Whatever antenna you're on is not readable. Over.
Okay, that's the 6 on 5 at 120 feet and 1,500 watts.
Holy cow. I heard that, but boy, it's just Q4. It's just horrible. And I've got terrible noise, but the noise is not that strong on the S meter. Normally you'd be S8, S9, and you're not even moving the meter here.
He's 10 over here, Mike.
Yeah, well, there's something going on here. I don't know what it is. Maybe I got the antenna screwed up. I can check it in the morning, but I don't think so.
Mike is on the S5 here. He's not on the S9.
tomorrow on 1296. Maybe it certainly will be quieter for me anyway. Hi. 73 N6RO Oakley, K6MYC.
Yeah, I was hearing Ken really good there, Mike, KM6SRR. Good night, Ken. 73s, KM6SR, back to net.
Well, back to net's useless because I can't hear anybody. So if you guys can break up anybody else or think of any other direction to point, I'm game, but otherwise we'll close her down. KM6SRR and W6BBS, thanks for the help, K6MYC.
Mike, you copy me, W8LOL.
Who was that?
Is it WB6LOL?
WA6 Lima, Oscar Lima. Was that you, Dave?
Yes, it is.
Okay, yeah, I'm not pointed at you. WA6 Lima, Oscar Lima. WA6LOL 856. And that's Dave.
Yeah, boy, you must have some real noise issues. I guess it's that inverter, huh?
Yeah, no, I pointed up your way, but I don't think it'll help much, over.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're about a 9 in here.
Give me some chatter. I'll look at the estimator.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Testing on the radio. How about that?
Yeah, you're about 5 and 8, so a pretty good signal. But even 5 and 8 sounds horrible here, over.
Oh no. Well, it's time to get some torides out. Go over to your neighbors, huh?
Yeah, well, we'll do that amongst other catastrophes, over.
Yeah, boy. So, I don't know, you think your antenna is maybe not the right way or something?
I don't think so. I just turned up toward you and you came way up. So it's working. It's just that I'm above the the scatter or the tropo or something tonight.
Yeah, something, huh? I was gone for most of the day, but 6 meters has been pretty bland, I think. EME has been really, really quiet because the degradation is up a bit. Everything is kind of off. And plus, by the time things kind of come up, all the Europeans are gone, so nobody's really on. So anyway, but yeah. Well, here I am. So K6MYC and the gang. Hello, everybody. WA6LOL.
Okay, well, I copy you better than most. So let's see, Frank, are you copying Dave?
Yeah, I copy Dave just fine. He's about an S7, over.
Okay, how about you, Rob?
Yeah, I'm copying him good. How you doing, Dave? WA6LOL, KM6SRR.
Yeah, hello, Frank. Hello, Rob. Are you guys good? Yeah. So just walked in. Just got home here a few minutes ago and turned it on, and I thought, oh yeah, it's 6 meters, so it runs late. I looked at the clock and I thought, geez, I missed everything, but I forgot you guys go on 220 first. So KM6SRR, W6BBS, WA6LOL.
Yeah, Dave, I'm going to dodge out of here because I haven't had dinner yet, so I'm going to go QRT. You guys carry on if you like. I'm going to close the net officially, but if you're getting more check-ins, give me a minute. I'll come back in a little while and see if there's any other news. K6MYC, going for dinner.
All right, step on that feedback, Mike. All right, K6MYC, WA6LOL.
Okay, 73's Dave, WA6LOL, KM6SRR. Hey, Frank, do you want to try the Bay Area? There's quite a few people we missed there. I can't hear them, but you can hear them there, over.
Well, I'll tell you what, and they don't seem to hear me. They hear you better, but I'll give a call, Rob, and then you can call and I'll listen for you. This is Whiskey 6 Bravo Sierra for the Bozo Nets, pointed at the Bay Area, but I'll take check-ins anywhere. Over. I don't hear anything, Rob. Give it a call.
Okay, I'm rotating down there. I got some terrible noise just cropped up there. This is KM6SR calling for the 6-meter Bozo Net towards the Bay Area. Anybody going to want to check into the Bozo Net, 6-meter Bozo Net? KM6SR with K6 W6 BBS standing by. We've got Oliver over there. We've got Jim, JNN, and several other guys there. Anybody want to check into the 6-meter Bozo Net? Over. Are you hearing anybody, Frank?
I don't hear a thing, Rob, and in this direction, my noise just keeps creeping up and creeping up. So I think we're done.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I think we're done also. Yeah, for some reason I got terrible noise that direction. I didn't have it earlier this evening. So anyway, thanks for your help there, Frank. W6BBS, KM6SR.
Good night, Rob, and everybody else. W6BBS.
Good night, Frank. And Aaron, if you can copy, I guess we're done. KM6SR.
Yeah, I hear you in there a little bit. K6US flight.
Yeah, hang on. We got a kilo.